number one is Canva. We just talked about
it. Oh yeah. Couldn't agree more.
I think that is such a people in our business hate it because it's like it feels like it's kind of taking the designer out of the equation. But man, that is such a great tool. I feel like that thing.
You can tell when someone knows how to really use Canva versus and like has been a designer versus someone who just is like throwing together the elements. Like there's a way to make Canva take it to the next level, like make it look a little bit more like Adobe kind of design files, but not everything needs to be in Adobe design files. So that's what's really nice about Canva. And I really like the collaborative efforts of Canva. That's what really benefits us, the ease of it.
Totally. The best thing is that collaborative. I was gonna say that as well. Like that collaborative feature where we can edit an image together and come up with edits and send proofs and do all that stuff inside Canva is, man, that's such a good. They really, I think, did a really good job with that tool. It's a great product, and I think so worth using. And so another essential digital marketing tool that kind of fits in the same bucket is the CapCut. I feel like I personally, if you do any video, like reels of any kind, or really just any like phone video, I think CapCut is another essential. What say you on that, Bayleigh?
Yeah, I agree. I will say I think the platforms like Instagram and TikTok have done a better job at updating the features of their in-app editors, because I think CapCut had such good success. And I think now with like the way Instagram and TikTok reward you for using their in-app editors, I think you could get away with not using CapCut. But CapCut is, it's a great place to start to like learn how to like edit videos. It makes it like very user friendly, because if one of the first things I thought about CapCut is it really is similar. It's basically the same as iMovie. It just, things are located in different spots. Like it's literally the exact same functions, probably a little bit more, but just having a basic understanding of how to edit a video, how to piece together things, add captions, that's a great place.
Absolutely. I think what CapCut has done really well is have the features. So iMovie, when they made that, no one was making reels.
Yeah.
Like when they invented iMovie,
they were ahead of their time.
Yeah. And well, I was going to say iMovie was built for kind of horizontal video and was not really like what CapCut. The first reason that I always used CapCut was they did the automatic transitions. Or I'm sorry, automatic captions.
And that was a huge thing.
That used to take us 2
days.
Long.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take a long time to make a graphic for each caption and all that. I mean, it was like to the point where we didn't do it. We just didn't do it because it was too much work.
Yeah, too much effort
for adding that in. And then the other thing that CapCut does that iMovie never like even thought to do was the removing the ums and ahs, which I don't even really use that feature as much as I used to. But when I first started using CapCut, that was one of the things that really sold me on it. Was it was like they make this part way easier than it used to be, just by removing the ums and ahs. Again, that was something that used to take, I don't know, several hours to comb through a video.
It used to be a whole task rather than just
a
button.
Exactly. And the cool captions and all those cool things. I think CapCut is a pretty underrated tool, even though it's rated very high right now. I still think it's pretty underrated because it does save me a ton of time. It's like when people talk a lot about like ChatGPT is something that probably should belong on this list.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what of those tools, like what do you use more? And AI is infused with the CapCut.
Yeah, AI is the number one. Yeah,
it's being used everywhere, but not necessarily through ChatGPT as much as those other tools, because ChatGPT, as cool as it is and as valuable as it is, it's made it so that like blogging is kind of not like value-driven content is still valuable, and you can use it as your assistant and copy editor and stuff like that. But just like pumping out blogs, that doesn't really do me. That doesn't do me that much. because I still have to go through and I have to edit it and I have to like
Mm-hmm.
make sure it didn't hallucinate anything and whatever. But man, on those captions, I mean, like I said, we're talking about 2 days of listening and editing and moving the words around here and there. Same thing with the ums and ahs. It saves me a ton of time. Canva, Photoshop, you might have to. I feel like Photoshop and the Adobe suite, I spend 10 minutes waiting for it to load. I mean, like the load takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, I
And it's
know.
kind of
That's
like,
probably the most frustrating about it.
yeah. And
I just don't have the patience for it.
you just never can just pop in and do something really quick.
Yeah.
And if you need to pop in and do something really quick, Canva's absolutely the best tool for it. And then I don't know, one that's probably worth mentioning is Claude. All you guys love Claude. I'm not a huge user of it, but maybe why. But I am pretty like mixed on those ones because of the writing ones, because of what I just said. Like I just at some point it's like I
use a mix of both. Like I love Claude, but like there's certain things that I know that if I go in there, it's not going to give me what I want it to.
And we the use case that you mentioned this morning, we were talking a little shop before our call about like using it to update website copy when we have someone, we have a lot of copy that's kind of redundant, so we need to like church up a few more sections. Yeah, I love all that, and that stuff does make a ton of sense. But the I don't know, value of that compared to those other two tools, CapCut and Canva, I think those are just, the value add is so incredible and really unparalleled with any of the kind of popular chat GPTs and those things. Do you have any other secret ones?
I was looking at my phone to see. I mean, like there's a couple random apps that I use. Like one that I like for a lot of like my Instagram or my lacrosse Instagram stuff is the app called Scroll. It's SCRL. It's the one where it's like the pic collage. That's all it is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But it's where you can put them like 2 photos on one page. Like where it like makes it loop them all together.
Yeah, I love
That's where I use that one for. If you've never been in the GoPro app, that one's really fun.
No, I never have. No, is that a good one?
But I don't know if you have to have a GoPro to do it. I don't think you do. I think their editor is really cool. I really like their editor.
Have you used the new, another one? I have not found it to be very functional. So this is definitely not an essential digital marketing tool, but have you used the Playground, the new AI, it's the new Apple Intelligence?
No, I saw it on my phone, but I haven't used it. But one of the girls in my team did, and it's really funny.
It has a few things that I think are really cool and promising for the future, like when it gets better at it. Like one is like you can use the face, like I've set up all the faces in my photos.
That's what
So it knows my son and my daughter, and I love when it prepares like a video of me and my kids. Forget it. I lose my shit at that all the time. But so you can take, so I can say, yeah, exactly. Dad stuff always gets me. But I can say like, make Eric an astronaut, make Jasper, my son, I can make Jasper. And that's cool because it has so many pictures of my kids that it can take, it's got a pretty good idea of what he looks like, and it can make a pretty good astronaut picture. But the rub is what it can't do yet is make me and Jasper. I don't know why, but it won't make like me and Jasper as astronauts. It will only do one person,
one at a time,
and it won't really even do us like full body. It just does head only. So maybe they just can't figure out hands yet, so they're just like,
that's probably what it is.
Yeah, that's what I think.
The hands down.
Yeah, but yeah, so that one's a cool tool that I would keep an eye on. Another, actually, that reminds me of another thing that I wanted to say for this segment was what I want to use so bad, but I cannot get to work very well is Siri. I have the worst experience. I got the new phone with the Apple Intelligence, and my Siri Chat GPT relationship sucks. Like, I don't know why it doesn't ever work.
Interesting.
It used to work better with my previous.
What if you reset it up? Like maybe it got a bad reading of your voice, so now it's not.
No, it's not. It's not my voice. Unfortunately, it's like it like gets the. I actually think it's the way the intelligence thing works with ChatGPT. There's something kind of like jacked up in that relationship because I'll say, like, just before when I was on my way home, I said, take me home, which I used to say to Siri all the time, take me home, just to get directions. I was trying to see how long it would take. And I said, take me home. And then it just didn't work. And then I'll say, like, call, my son, and it won't, it'll call someone else. And I'm like,
oh, that's weird.
The fuck? So I don't know. That one is like one where I really want it to work because when I watched the videos about it and stuff, I thought, oh, this is going to be sick. And it was like right when the ChatGPT agents came out, and I thought, oh man, this is going to be unreal. And yeah, I've just had kind of like a mixed, really just poor, not really mixed. It's been all poor.
No pros.
With Apple Intelligence. Yeah, I've got zero.
Interesting.
I think Steve Jobs was the guy there. I don't know. That company is losing me.
They
more.
lost their touch.
Yeah, I don't know about you. Have you tried any Samsung phones or any of that kind of stuff? Because those are supposed to be cool. They're apparently they work pretty good.
No, I would never. Simply because the interface, it has to. I can't.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was raised on it. It's ingrained in me.
Yeah.
Like,
well,